convey this one message on behalf of these Igbos who are seated, that the best way to honor this great young man is the release of Nnamdi Kanu.
What Okorocha said about Nnamdi Kanu has really stirred conversations across Nigeria, and to be honest, it's something everyone needs to pay attention to. You know, when a former governor and senator like Rochas Okorocha decides to speak about Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, it's not just talk, it carries political weight and meaning. So let's go straight into what's going on and why many Nigerians are reacting strongly to it. Please make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, so you don't miss more real-time news and gist like this one. Now, Okorocha recently made a statement about Nnamdi Kanu, and he said something very deep, that the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu is not helping Nigeria, especially in the southeast region. According to him, keeping Nnamdi Kanu locked up has only made things worse, not better. He said if the federal government truly wants peace and unity in the country, then President Tinubu should act quickly and find a political solution to the matter. This is not the first time someone has said this. Many leaders, including governors from the southeast, have been calling for Kanu's release or at least a dialogue to settle this long-standing issue. But when Okorocha said it, people paid attention because he's a known figure who has served both as a state governor and as a senator. And he said it with emotion, that it's time for the government to show leadership and move toward peace. Guys, what Okorocha said is deep because, in a way, he's trying to tell Tinubu that the issue of Nnamdi Kanu is not just about politics, it's about the unity and progress of the nation. He said, and I quote loosely, that keeping Kanu in detention won't solve the problem in the southeast. He urged Tinubu to be bold and take action that will heal the wounds in that region. Now, if we look at it closely, there's truth in what he's saying. The southeast has been facing a lot of unrest, sit-at-home orders, attacks, and fear in the streets. Many people can't go to work freely on Mondays. Businesses are struggling. Young people are frustrated. And Okorocha believes that releasing Kanu, or at least starting talks, could calm things down and bring a new sense of hope. But of course, not everyone agrees with Okorocha. Some Nigerians are saying, wait a minute, if Kanu broke the law, shouldn't he face it? Others are asking, what about the people who lost their lives because of the IPOB crisis? These are valid questions too. But Okorocha's point is that, as a leader, you sometimes need to choose peace over punishment if it will help the country heal. And let's be honest, this is not just about Nnamdi Kanu anymore. It's about how the government handles sensitive issues that affect people's emotions and identity. The Igbo people feel like they are not being heard enough, and this has created a deep feeling of marginalization. Okorocha seems to be saying, let's address that feeling before it becomes a bigger problem. Now, whether Tinubu will listen or not is another question entirely. Since coming into office, President Tinubu has been dealing with a lot, from the economy to security and fuel subsidy reforms. But Okorocha's call is like a reminder that the Southeast issue should not be pushed aside. Because peace in that region means stability for the whole country. Let's not forget that the Southeast is full of hardworking people, traders, and entrepreneurs. When that region is peaceful, the whole economy feels it. So, Okorocha's message is not just emotional, it's also practical. He's saying, Tinubu, act quickly, because every delay makes the wound deeper. But here's the interesting twist, some analysts believe Okorocha also made this statement to reposition himself politically. You know how Nigerian politics can be, when someone speaks like this, there's usually another angle. Some people are saying Okorocha might be trying to rebuild his image and win back the hearts of people in the East. But whether it's politics or not, his words are still relevant because the issue affects millions. So, my people, what do you think? Should Tinubu take Okorocha's advice and act now on Nnamdi Kanu's case? Or should the law continue to take its course? I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Please, before you continue watching, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. When you like and subscribe, it helps us reach more people and keeps you updated on the latest Nigerian news and gist. Now, let's go a bit deeper into why this particular statement from Okorocha has gotten attention. If you remember, Okorocha has always tried to position himself as a man of peace, someone who wants Nigeria united. During his time as governor of Imo State, he spoke several times about national unity. So when he now says that the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu is deepening division, it aligns with what he's always preached. Also, some people in the political circle believe Okorocha might be speaking from experience because he knows how political tension can affect a region. He has seen firsthand how unrest can destroy economic progress. So maybe, he's genuinely concerned. At the same time, Nnamdi Kanu's followers have been holding on, waiting to hear something from the government. For many of them, Kanu represents hope and identity. And when someone like Okorocha speaks up, it gives them a sense that maybe, just maybe, things can change. But Tinubu's administration has not made any strong statement about releasing Kanu yet. The Attorney General has said they are reviewing the legal situation, but nothing concrete has come out. This silence is part of what Okorocha is reacting to. He feels that delay can lead to more anger and misunderstanding. Nigeria is at a point where every decision counts. And this one, about Nnamdi Kanu, could shape how people see Tinubu's leadership, especially in the Southeast. So, the question remains. Will Tinubu take the bold step that Okorocha is suggesting? Or will he play it safe and let the court process continue? Please, before we go on, if you haven't liked this video yet, kindly do so and subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow and brings you verified updates every single day. Now, one thing that really stands out in Okorocha's message is the timing. Why now? Why speak up at this point when everyone seems focused on the economy, insecurity, and the hardship Nigerians are facing? Some political observers think it's because Okorocha knows the Southeast issue can no longer be ignored. It has gone beyond politics, it's now a matter of national healing. And honestly, he has a point. Since 2021 when Nnamdi Kanu was rearrested, there has been a growing sense of bitterness in the East. Some people no longer trust the government, others have lost hope. Even the younger generation, who used to believe in democracy, are beginning to feel left out. Okorocha is saying, this is the right time to rebuild trust, not break it further. If you notice, every time there's a call for Kanu's release, there's always strong reaction both for and against it. But what's clear is that this issue won't just disappear. It has to be handled wisely. And Tinubu, as president, has a chance to make history by showing that his leadership is one that listens and unites. Many people believe Tinubu is a strategist, someone who knows when to act. If that's true, then this is one of those moments. He can either take Okorocha's advice and open a new chapter for peace in the Southeast, or he can continue with the legal route, which may take years and keep tensions high. Now, let's look at this from another angle. Imagine if Tinubu decides to start a dialogue. Imagine him calling Southeast leaders, traditional rulers, and even youth representatives to the table to discuss peace. That would change everything. It would calm nerves and send a strong signal that every region matters. You see, Nigeria is like a big family. When one part of the family is hurting, the whole house feels it. And right now, the Southeast is hurting. Businesses are down, schools sometimes can't open, and people live in fear of unknown gunmen. These are the realities on the ground. So Okorocha's advice to Tinubu is not just politics, it's a wake-up call. But again, there's also the issue of justice. Some Nigerians say, if you release Kanu now, what message does that send? Will others think they can break the law and go free? That's the argument from the other side. But there's something deeper here, the need for balance. Justice and peace can work together if handled properly. You can have justice without vengeance, and peace without weakness. Remember, even in other countries that face civil unrest or rebellion, peace was achieved through dialogue. Look at South Africa, for example, the country healed through forgiveness and negotiation, not endless punishment. Maybe that's what Okorocha is trying to remind Tinubu of, that strength is not always in how hard you hit back, but how wisely you build bridges. Now, let's talk about Nnamdi Kanu himself. According to his lawyers, he has not been in good health, and many groups have appealed for his release on humanitarian grounds. The United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention even made recommendations for his release. So this is not just a Nigerian issue anymore, the international community is also watching. That's why Okorocha's statement is being taken seriously. He said Tinubu should act quickly, meaning don't wait for things to get worse. Don't let the Southeast feel abandoned. Because once a region loses trust in the center, rebuilding it becomes twice as hard. My people, you see why this talk is deep. It's beyond politics. It's about the soul of the nation. Tinubu, as the president, now has a moral and political decision to make, one that could either bring Nigeria together or make divisions worse. Now, let's touch on another point that Okorocha hinted at indirectly, leadership by example. He said leaders should lead with empathy, not ego. That's a strong statement. Because in Nigeria today, people are tired of leaders who talk but don't feel what the people feel. When a leader shows compassion, people follow with respect, not fear. So if Tinubu can act with empathy, maybe through dialogue, or even a conditional release for Kanu, it will earn him respect across regions. People will say, at least this man listens. And that kind of goodwill is priceless in politics. Please, if you are watching and enjoying this discussion, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We share stories like this daily, helping you stay informed about what's really going on in Nigeria. Now, before we round up, there's one more angle, Okorocha's own political future. Some people believe this statement is his way of preparing for something big politically, maybe a comeback in national politics. He wants to be seen as a bridge builder, someone who can speak for everyone. If that's his plan, then it's a smart move, because Nigerians respect leaders who speak truth, especially when others are quiet. But beyond politics, this is about doing the right thing. Whether it's Okorocha, Tinubu, or any other leader, what Nigerians need now is peace and fairness. The people are tired of tension, tired of economic hardship, tired of fear. What we want is progress, unity, and justice that brings healing, not more pain. So the ball is now in Tinubu's court. Will he act quickly like Okorocha advised? Or will he let this matter drag on? Time will tell. But one thing is clear, Nigerians are watching, and history will remember how this chapter is handled. Before I end this talk, please do me one small favor, like this video, subscribe, and share it with others. Let's keep this conversation going in the comments. Do you agree with Okorocha that Tinubu should release Nnamdi Kanu and seek peace? Or do you think the law must continue its full course? Drop your thoughts below, I'll be reading your comments. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more real-time updates and deep gist from me. Nigeria's story continues, and we'll keep telling it the right way.